Today's empowerment card is the expectation card, and this one says be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. And for this one, I said that sometimes the things that we need come in ways that we don't expect or anticipate. And like this card says, be open to whatever comes next, even if it's in a way that you don't really anticipate, that you aren't really expecting. And sometimes what we actually need and are deserving of is better for us than what we want. Sometimes the things that we want, I think I have a piece of dog hair in my nose. Sometimes the things that we want, I feel like, are not exactly the things that we need. And sometimes that doesn't really become apparent to us until it's like months, years down the line. I remember like wanting to be friends with certain people, wanting to like be dating people, like certain people for like, when I was in a relationship and just like thinking like this was it. And looking back now, I'm like very happy that it didn't go longer than it did, because that just wasn't what I needed. And like now, knowing myself now, like that just is not resonating with who I am now, which is amazing because, like I said, sometimes what we think that we want and need are not the same things. And I think it becomes more like we become more aware of it when we get to know ourselves better and we have more awareness for who we are and more understanding of who we are. Like I talk about all the time, when you are authentic with yourself, when you are honest with yourself, everything else makes sense. And I feel like the more that you understand who you are, also releasing some of that expectation for how things are supposed to go, quote unquote, that is when things are going to fall in place, however, is best for you and however you actually need them to work. So be open to receiving whatever it is that you need that works in the best way for you. Be open to the surprises and for things to work out greater than you had hoped. Continue to move forward with a grateful heart for what you have and with pure intentions for what you want to receive, with harm done to none. I always say that, like, hopefully everything that we receive is not harming anybody. I feel like there's so many people and there's so many things that are happening in the world. I feel like it is just like, it's wild to think that like it's not possible for everyone to get what they want, because I feel like that definitely is. And I feel like I did a message for tomorrow too. I'm going to sit here and do tomorrow's message because it's pretty late that I'm doing today's, but is that everything, it doesn't have to be so rigid. Like we can be happy and we can get the things that we want, and life doesn't always have to be difficult. And again, when we hold so rigid to those expectations, to the things that we do want, we make it harder for the things that we need to actually come in, because we get like so focused and so strict on one, what we are capable of, two, what we're deserving of. And we can be wrong about both of those things. Like if we aren't like super, if we have like fears and limitations blocking those things, it can be really hard to get the things that we need, and to also, to manifest things when we are holding on so tightly to what we have expectations for. So while it is great to plan and to have an idea for what you want to receive, those plans will happen however they are meant to happen in the right way for you. So I've had plans before. I've had, again, plans to be in relationships with certain people for, as long as possible. That didn't work out. I had plans to stay at jobs that I just ended up changing my mind about. And just plans about doing like markets with my jewelry and stuff like that, and doing like sponsorships and like PR stuff and all of that kind of stuff that I changed my mind on too, which is absolutely okay. And I feel like in life it is welcomed to change your mind. It's expected to change your mind, which is interesting because this is the expectation card. But I feel like those things that we don't plan are the expected things. Like the surprises are expected, the miracles are expected, because when you learn to let go of that, when you learn to go with the flow, then you know that those things that you are not planning for are probably the best things that are going to happen to you. Because I wasn't planning on leaving my job. Like I had a feeling, but I, wanted it to get better. It wasn't my ultimate goal to leave that place when I did. But, things just happened how they did. And even though it was hard to plan, I guess, that and leaving that and stuff like that, but everything just worked out the way it did, and I released expectation for all of that, and just everything happened the way it's supposed to. And yeah, our plans are also allowed to change and to take new forms, especially as we grow and learn more about ourselves and act more authentically. I think I've learned so much more about myself in this past year, which I don't know if I would have been able to do if I still stayed in my job. I don't know. That's the thing about life. We can't really expect and predict certain things to happen. You know, we can't say, oh, 10 years ago, if I didn't do this, this would have worked out instead, because we have no idea. But continue to be open to what is happening in your life. Be open to the changes, even if they are a little bit confusing and sometimes a little bit painful. And painful maybe in the way of just like feeling discomfort. And, you know, if you're moving to a completely different state, a completely different country, those things can be a little bit scary because you're somewhere that you've maybe never been before. But embrace all of those changes and embrace that new reality for yourself. And be open to your plans changing and also what is to come. So I have a hole in my shirt, I just noticed. I'm really sad. I've had this for so long, which makes sense, but I wear it all the time. But that is today's message. Be open to what is to come, the unexpected happening, your expected things not happening. Sometimes, like I said, plans can be great, but how many times do those plans actually go according to plan? Like 100%. So be open to them changing. Then also like reflect on the times that they haven't gone as planned, but they've worked out better for you, and you know you've left that situation with some relief and like some, you know, some understanding for the way life works. So that is that for today. I will be back tomorrow with another message, and I'm gonna sit here and record the next one. I already have the card picked and I've already done my notes, so I'm gonna put this up tomorrow morning. But today was like I just wasn't feeling well today, so I slept until like 1 in the afternoon, which is good for me. Like sometimes we just need that. But yeah, I will be up with tomorrow's message of empowerment. If you like this, let me know, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye for now.